Hi Adam, Colin and the Miessence board. Great to be connecting with you via this video. Would have loved to have been in the boardroom with you. However, of course, this is as good as we can get. But really looking forward to working with you over the next 12 months.
Absolutely. John and myself, Patrick, are really looking forward to working with the brand and the company that you've created, the attraction and the network that you've built and the product suite, and obviously the new product that you've created, which is the whey-free, organic, vegan, amazing, complete amino acid protein powder. Very excited to be working on the campaign plan to bring that to the market over the next 6 to 12 and 18 months and beyond.
And really excited to obviously take this product that you've invested so much time and effort into the last 2 years, congratulations on that, and really give it the promotion it really requires to actually get it out to the market and be acknowledged for all of the work that you've done on it as well. And that kind of leads us to exactly what it is that makes a product a success, because there's plenty of products that never make it to the level that they could have, and they are great products. Yet there's a lot of products that are not nearly the quality of the stuff that you guys have, for instance, that make billions and billions of dollars. So what is it that it takes to make this a success?
Absolutely, John. I mean, this is a great question. Why are there so many amazing products that are commercial failures, and why are there so many terrible products that make billions of dollars? And as we know, it's really three things. The first is the pilot positioning. This is how they initially launch into the market. The second thing is their primary promotion and the initial market acceptance. And the third thing, of course, is the prevailing position. Now, the thing about each of these things is that literally only, maybe 20% of companies who launch a company or a product into the market ever achieve what they want to achieve with any three of them. So what that means is that at number 3, prevailing position, it's less than a fraction of a percent of those people who launch a company or a product into the market that ever actually achieve the prevailing position that they were looking for. So let's have a really quick skip through history over the last 100 years or so and have a look at a handful of companies, or more importantly, marketing campaigns, and how they've changed the world forever. This first one's fantastic. Henry Ford, obviously famous for creating a production line. One of the other things he's not so famous for, but certainly did, was move us from a 6-day, 48-hour work week to a 5-day, 40-hour work week. This was a no-brainer offer for his employees. Would you rather work 6 days or 5 days? Now, obviously, they opted for 5 days. The beautiful thing for Ford was that with more leisure time, what he found was that they had more time to actually find reasons to use his automobile. Within a decade, all the major manufacturers and all the major companies on the planet had followed suit, and 100 years later, we still do the same thing today. This is a great one. The standard American breakfast 100 years ago was a bagel and an orange juice, maybe a cup of coffee. Now, the standard American breakfast is bacon and eggs. This is thanks to Edward Benet's bogus scientific study from his doctors that said that a hearty breakfast would be more healthy, and literally transformed breakfast forever.
So this one here, versus the first one, which was a no-brainer offer, which is like, hey, work 48 hours or work 40 hours and I'll pay you the same, which is like, yes, of course we're going to do that. This is a brain no one, which is using scientific evidence and putting that out to the market, where everyone acknowledges that these scientists are those who are in the know.
Very clever, John. No-brainers and brain knowers. All right, let's have a look at this guy. George S. Clason wrote The Richest Man in Babylon. It was actually content marketing for the banking and insurance industry, and now, 80 years later, he's transformed the way that we save money and insure ourselves today, thanks to a very clever marketing strategy. This was a brilliant one. It was the invention of the coffee break. We used to have morning tea, right? Coffee sales were dipping. The Pan American Coffee Company launched a campaign to turn morning tea into the coffee break. Within the first 12 months, 80% of companies in the States were having a coffee break, not morning tea. This is a classic. The year the sun declared war on mankind. 1979, the Skin Cancer Foundation in the United States came out with a scientific study to say that actually, despite the fact that humans have been worshipping the sun and living in the sun for thousands of years, actually it hates us, and you're going to die if you stay out in the sun unprotected for too long. And not a no-brainer, a brain knower. These guys created a no-brainer offer for the seminars and events industry for event promoters and said, hey, after your event, do you want that to be the end of it, or do you want to make another 30, 40, 50% on top of your money once you all go home? No-brainer. This is an interesting one because it's a combination of the two, isn't it, John? This is a no-brainer and a brain knower. They've got the scientific studies to back it up. And this is the extraordinary story about how the pioneers at Miessence completely redefined protein supplementation forever.
And what's really lovely about this is the whole concept of less is more. Everybody gets the less is more concept. So building on top of that, the way less is way more campaign is just one of our first ideas that we could be running with straight away with this campaign.
So John, why don't we have a look at some clients that we've worked with in the last 6 to 12 months, some clients that we've got fabulous results with who are really happy, have a look at the strategies that we used with them, and then have a look at how we could apply those strategies that we know work today to Miessence and get the result that we're looking for with them.
Wonderful. Let's take, for instance, one of the clients that we've been working with for in the last 6 months, who's Tyler Tolman.
Perfect.
So this is a post-event competition for Tyler Tolman that we ran for him off the back of his Hell 5 tour, which achieved an additional 40% in total revenue and sales after he had completed the actual event.
So he thought he was done, and then we came along, ran this competition, made another 40% sales that he made in the event.
Exactly.
Fantastic. So how could we do this with Miessence? What if we ran an online way less is way more competition? For example, and obviously there's dozens of strategies we could use, but here's some examples. So if we did that, and say to enter the competition, you have to answer a few questions. And what if the questions were things like, how would using the Miessence Complete Protein transform your health, your fitness, your energy? And how would that contribute to your self-esteem, your relationships, your day-to-day performance? And ultimately, what would that mean to you in terms of motivation, personal fulfillment, satisfaction, meaning and purpose in your life? Now, do you think if we got people pouring their hearts out, giving us real answers to these kind of questions, do you think some of them might actually turn out to be okay clients, okay prospects, and might actually spend some money with us and buy from us?
Well, exactly, that's our experience.
Absolutely our experience. Let's have a look at the next example.
The next one is somebody we've been working for the last 3 years, and this is a strategy that we put in over the last 12 months. And this is a general admission to partner upsell, which basically gives people the opportunity as they purchase a ticket to upgrade themselves to partner and then get something in as a reward, a way of earning or an incentive upgrade.
So we did this with Roger Hamilton and his Fast Forward Your Business event that runs in Australia every March. And really easy to see how we could use this with Miessence. Once someone's actually bought some protein powder, we can use this exact strategy to upgrade them to the auto ship and save, or ultimately upgrade them to an IBO and start to earn money.
This third example is one of my favorites, and it's a client of mine, David Dugan, who set up strategic alliances with Westpac. And essentially, David's running these programs called the Business Accelerator Program, where he puts people into them for 3 days and he works with them on their business. And essentially what he did with Westpac was have them get excited about how he can be adding strategies on how they can be using the bank more and more.
Perfect. Well, again, easy to see how we could apply this strategy to Miessence. What really made this work for Dave was he found Westpac, who's a complementary, non-competitive business. They've got his clients, but they're not selling the same service that he's selling. So you imagine if we went to yoga studios, to martial arts dojos, to gyms and fitness centers, to weight loss support groups, online communities. we've done some brainstorming with Colin and Adam, and there's so many markets that we could go to and use this strategic alliance model. Again, this is one of the, here's 3 examples of dozens of strategies that we could be using that we'll get down to more detail on the specific ones that are going to be most appropriate to achieve the goals that you're wanting to achieve in the strategy session.
So let's have a quick look at the different ways that you can engage our services. Initially, what we did was we worked with Jackie, Sarah, and Adam at the education level with our Campaign Academy, and that's our basic entry-level program that allows us to work with people who are looking to do this themselves.
Now, we've really achieved some fantastic results.
Absolutely, we did. After speaking to Adam and Colin, we definitely start looking at the next level, which is a campaign level management, and both Adam and Colin agreed that this was the level at which they wanted to play with us. The return essentially is a $500,000 plus return. That's our commitment, our absolute base level commitment to achieving with you. And from our perspective, this is how we get into partnership with people over 12 months, running different campaigns with you and with our team that we bring in as well.
John, let's have a look at exactly what this includes and what they're going to get for that.
So great. What you're going to get is 2 high-quality online campaigns that we're going to work together with you on over the next 12 months. And essentially what we're going to do is work on a smart strategy session that essentially gets us aligned and focused at the best possible strategies to use with you. The rollout plan, which is all about everybody knowing exactly who's doing what and when, and ensuring total transparency and accountability. Our project preparation, which is all the copy and the critiquing, the online collateral creation and the consolidation, everything we're going to need in place to make this a fabulously successful campaign. And of course then the management reporting side, which really is, it's the overall campaign rollout, all the measures, the direct online advertising, targeted lists and email performance, so that you know precisely how we are tracking every step of the way.
Fantastic. So let's have a look at a brief overview of the timeframes.
This is a quick look at basically what you're looking to deliver based on the very initial plan that was sent to us from Adam and Colin. And essentially what I've done is just map that out over essentially 12 weeks. And that means that obviously we need to get started quite quickly on this, because when we've got a target of the 1st of February, then every week or every day is obviously going to make a big difference in us actually achieving that. So right at the front, you'll see us working on the plan for about 2 weeks. I believe we could actually probably compress that, given that we've got a little bit of work already done on that already. The preparation, obviously, the websites and stuff like that, there's a bit of a guesstimate because I'm not too sure exactly all of the collateral that you've got together. But I've got, everything's based on making sure that we are well within time and budget. And then, of course, our promotion starts on week 7, where we start going out to market and start actually getting some results all the way through, all the way from our pre-promotions all the way into our promotions. We're going to be measuring all the way through and tweaking whatever's required to be tweaking. So you'll see in the perfect one, which is right at the bottom, us continuously perfecting that. Of course, you're going to be delivering the product as well as part of the promise of people engaging with you. And then we're going to be looking at a perform section on this, where we're going to take this whole experience and look at extending that experience with all the people who are showing interest in your new product. So let's see what you can expect by working with us.
I mean, we're really focused exclusively at delivering really powerful, results-driven online marketing campaigns. And how we do that and how we consistently get such great results is by using our tried and tested success process, which we call the campaign plan. The campaign plan has us consistently achieving targets that we set in conjunction with our clients. Now, you can see the draft campaign plan that we've set up for Miessence, and really all that is just a head start that will maximize the value of our time together with Adam and Colin in the strategy session when we get together. And that's really just about it. I mean, we're really looking forward to working with you. So I guess the next steps, what we need to get organised, would be firstly to read and accept the agreement that we've sent through, have a look at that, make sure you're comfortable with the draft and make any changes we need to make and get that done. Get your deposit, the 50% initial payment down so we can get started, and then book the strategy session so we can get going. We'll book a time for the strategy session so that we can get together and make this happen.
And we're really looking forward to working with you. And of course, it would be wonderful to connect with you next time we're in Queensland as well.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.